The state banquet in the ballroom of Buckingham Palace. White tie for men, long white gloves for women, medals, insignia and tiaras welcome, the centrepiece of any state visit.
Mr. President, I'm delighted to welcome you and Mrs. Trump to Buckingham Palace this evening.
The Queen spoke of the shared sacrifice of D-Day and pointedly defended the institutions that have kept the peace since, bodies which the President seems much cooler towards.
While the world has changed, we are forever mindful of the original purpose of these structures, nations working together to safeguard a hard-won peace.
Notably absent the leader of the opposition, Jeremy Corbyn, and the Speaker, John Bercow, who declined to attend. The President didn't seem to notice. He was delighted to be there.
On behalf of all Americans, I offer a toast to the eternal friendship of our people, the vitality of our nations, and to the long-cherished and truly remarkable reign of Her Majesty, the Queen. Thank you.
If the state dinner is the height of royal protocol, the day didn't exactly start like that. Moments before Donald Trump arrived on Air Force One, he launched a most unpresidential attack on Twitter on the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. He's done a terrible job as mayor, has been foolishly nasty to the visiting president, and he's a stone-cold loser. After that presidential Twitter blast, the real cannon fire, as Donald Trump was given a gun salute welcome. Time for the pomp to take over from the politics. The President and First Lady Melania Trump were greeted at Buckingham Palace by Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall. In the 2.5 years of Donald Trump's presidency, we've learned his views daily on anything and everything. From the Queen, who's been on the throne for more than 6 decades, we know nothing. And whatever she thinks of her unconventional visitor, that's how it'll doubtless remain. These pictures will play very well in the United States, where the royal family is still a source of huge fascination. There's no gold coach ride up the Mall because of security concerns. There is no joint address to Parliament because the Speaker chose not to invite him. There was a display of gifts and artefacts, the President expressing some interest in what the Queen was showing him. And then it was time to leave. This trip is a celebration of the closeness between the US and UK, even though there are many issues where it's more fraught relationship than special relationship. On trade, on climate change, on Iran, on the Chinese technology company Huawei, there are big differences. But that will be the meat of tomorrow's political discussions. At Westminster Abbey, a moment of solemnity as the President laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown warrior. There was tea with Prince Charles at Clarence House, where I understand the heir to the throne did raise the issue of climate change, an issue where the two men don't see eye to eye. And as for the Duchess, well, maybe she had something in her eye. This has been a day that's delighted the White House, delighted the President. The state visit has lost none of its lustre. John Sokol, BBC News, Buckingham Palace.